Hello, everyone, and welcome to my happy place. I hope it becomes yours as well. Hello, my crafty friends. Today, we're going to work on covering a journal that I'm going to be doing for a future project. It's a gift for somebody, and it's actually going to be a planner journal. And so today, I'm just going to work on covering it. It was a Cheerio box, and I've cut it down to the size I needed. I actually covered this one with white gift wrap paper, and I'm not thrilled with the gift wrap paper, but I didn't have any brown paper left. It works, it covers it good enough. It's kind of shiny though, but I mean, I cover the whole thing up, so it's not that big of a deal. But so I had picked out some fabrics, kind of cut them down a little bit, and now I'm just kind of playing with them and messing with them and seeing where exactly I want to be placing them all. Yeah, I kind of had like a color story. This one's kind of more earthy. The journals I've been doing lately have kind of gone. Oh, I guess because people in my life seem to be kind of earthy like that. However, I'm not really that way. So I don't know. But I'm just using some fabric glue and putting it down. And of course, I forgot to spread it out as usual. But yeah, so now I'm trying to get it all down, and I'm realizing as I'm spreading it down and trying to flatten it that there's a thread that you can see because underneath it, so I had to remove that. Yeah, because the thread was darker than the fabric. It was from the maroon fabric or something. And you could definitely see it, so it had to be removed. It was going to drive me crazy. But yeah, I'm just kind of playing with it, piecing it, and trying to figure out where I want it to go. I didn't iron the fabric. I hate ironing. So if I can get away with not ironing, I will do that for sure. Usually when you like spread it out with the glue, you can pretty much get the wrinkles out of it unless it's been really wrinkled. And this is kind of like folded wrinkles, so it works out fine. And also, it's a junk journal, so if it's a little bit wrinkly, who cares, right? It's not meant to be or look perfect. It's supposed to be kind of junky, pieced together. So, but I am liking the way this one is coming together. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it. And I am liking this glue, it's Aleene's, I think. Yeah, it's just an Aleene's clear tacky glue. And it actually works pretty well for this purpose. So, and underneath it, I had used the rubber cement to put the white paper on. And that actually has been working really good for me too. So if you don't have asthma and you can stand a little bit of the smell. I don't think the smell is extremely strong. I mean, I've certainly smelled stronger things in my craft room before, but I mean, it does have some smell to it. But if you can handle that, I say use rubber cement because it seems to work just fine. Now, I cannot attest to how long it'll stand up over time, but this is, underneath this other glue and fabric, and it's going to be sewn. So I'm not too really worried about it holding up, to be honest. There's other things in Factor that I trust, especially the sewing. So I'm pretty sure that it'll be just fine. And it is coming together like really pretty quickly. And I kind of pulled the colors that I used out of that fabric with like the flowers and fruits. And the original fabric that I picked was actually that panel right there. That was what everything was based off of. I've had that fabric for a long time. I'm talking like, oh gosh, it's probably over 20 years old, that fabric with the panels there. So, and since I had it in place, I kind of just wanted to tack that down where I knew it would be okay. The original panel underneath there, just to make sure that it was going to stay where I wanted it to stay. I'm just trying to get this one kind of centered. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm okay with that. Whoops. Got it a little bit wrinkled there. Just got to smooth it back out. It's the nice thing about that glue. It doesn't, it sticks, but it does give you a little bit of time for some wiggle room for sure. And this book actually is going to have, its closure is going to be enclosed. Like the whole book itself is, the end of it is going to be enclosed. And so I kind of wanted to decorate the end panel with a different fabric to make it stand out a little bit. And I had enough left over from that fabric, so I went ahead and used it for that bottom panel. And I haven't like cut or trimmed any of this. I mean, it's all just, it hangs over a little bit because I just wanted that wiggle room, and I'll go back and trim it when I'm done getting everything on there where I want it, where I need it. And of course I will end up covering the inside, and I end up doing that before I stitch it. And I have stitched the final one. I didn't do that on camera, but I do need to show you what it looks like when it's stitched. But you can actually see that in one of the future videos for this book, because we're going to be putting this book together this month, so you can kind of see what my thought process was. I liked that piece of fabric, but it just was kind of thin and light, and I ended up not using it, even though I really liked it because it's very vintage looking. But yeah, I end up not using it at all. And I did want to decorate the spine as well. And that piece was actually just perfect in size. I did not have any wiggle room with it. So that's why once I got it down there where I needed it, I wanted to make sure that it stayed put. So I just kind of glued it in place and smoothed it out. I actually kind of enjoy doing the covers, to be honest. Some people don't really like putting them together, but I really do enjoy doing it. It must be the sewer in me that likes to do them. Although, you don't have to sew them if you don't want to. I mean, some people don't, for sure. Some people use paper for the covers, or you can use some kind of multimedia process, and or not multimedia. Why did I say multimedia? I don't know where my brain is today. Mass media. Multimedia. What are you talking about, woman? Yeah, you knew what I was talking about, right? Yeah, I don't gotta explain myself to you. So yeah. Yeah, people do covers in different ways, and there's no right way or wrong way, whatever way you want to do it. This just happens to be the way that I'm doing this one, and I might not do the next one the same. I might do it totally different. Who knows? I'm gonna get a gel plate here soon, and so maybe I'll do some kind of mass media, type gel plate design on my next one. I don't know. Who knows? I have done ones with paper before. Now I'm just trimming the edges off. And that was actually more difficult than I anticipated it being. I didn't wrap the fabric around. I didn't want to really have to deal with that. And I was okay with the edges being kind of rougher. So I just trimmed it to size. And although I regret that later, because the paper that I want to use for the inside is just short of the edge. So some of that, the box itself shows, and I don't like that. So I end up, you'll see in the next video, or one of the future videos, that I go in and rectify that by covering with washi tape the edges. And I did glue them down to make sure that, nobody trusts washi tape anymore, and the fact that it sticks. So yeah, we got that. I'm getting it all trimmed down. And I am using my sewing scissors for that. It's so much easier to cut fabric with the sewing scissors. And I'm just going back and kind of, now I'm being nitpicky. But that's just my personality, I guess. I have to make sure, even though they're rough, I want them to look good and not like I just tore them off of there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, actually. And that's about it. I was tacking that corner down because I know when I sew, I don't want it to come up. I had thread everywhere, all over me, all over the place from tearing these. But yeah, I like it. It looks really pretty. And I think the person I'm gifting it to, it's right up their alley. They'll like it. And once, we sew it, the edges and things, they'll stay down a little bit better than they are. But yeah, that's it. Take care, and I'll see you later. See you next time. Thank you for watching Happy Place Crafting. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It means a whole lot.